Recently, I heard Neil Boortz. Some of you maybe heard of him, a radio talk show host. He made this statement. He said, "Show me one place in the New Testament where Jesus condemned homosexuality." Well, what about you? Where would you go to find some place where Jesus spoke about homosexuality, where he condemned it? Do you know where you would go to find that? Where would you go to find that in the New Testament? Again, that's a pretty good question, pretty good comment. Show me one place in the New Testament where Jesus condemned homosexuality. A lot of people would naturally assume, well, he didn't really say anything about it. He didn't say a whole lot about it. And that would be a lot of people's conclusion. Religious people, that would be their conclusion. Now, Neil Boortz, he shares an ignorance about the Bible that is very common among Christians. And that ignorance revolves around who is Jesus Christ. Who is Jesus Christ? In fact, the thing that people struggle with, I've got it on the background back here. It says, why is the God of the Old Testament so different from the New Testament? You know, that is something that a lot of people struggle with. And the misunderstanding comes from not knowing who Jesus Christ is. Now, I'm going to tell you right now who Jesus Christ is. And it's going to blow your mind, especially if you've never had this explained to you. And I would say that most people who go to church faithfully have never had this explained to them, who Christ really is. Okay, hold on to your seats. We're going to go here right now. We're going to go there right now. I'm about to tell you who Jesus Christ really is. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Okay, here we go. Jesus Christ is the God of the Old Testament. There you go. I said it. Jesus Christ is the God of the Old Testament. Now, the common view is this, that a lot of religious people have. They have a view that says, well, in the Old Testament you had this old harsh Father God, and he's sort of a gray-haired, long-bearded Father God that very harsh, went around killing people for breaking the Sabbath, went around killing homosexuals and killing all kinds of people. He'd just kill you at the drop of a hat. And in the New Testament, you have the Son, who is very merciful and compassionate and would never harm a flea and would never, sort of very passive. In fact, most people's imagery of Jesus, you ever seen some of these pictures of Jesus? I mean, it's a feminine, long-haired vagabond hippie with a faraway gaze and maybe his hands in like that, and it's pathetic, really, when you think about it. But that in people's minds, that's the view that they have. That you have in the Old Testament, you have this harsh, rough Father God that killed people at the drop of a hat, and then in the New Testament, you have Jesus, full of love and mercy.
Is that really in the Bible? What you think is in the Bible is not.